Hello everybody and welcome to Riley's Movie Reviews, and since it just so happens to be the 4th of July, and also I couldn't resist the opportunity to talk about the 1996 summer blockbuster Independence Day. Independence Day has been regarded as something not great, but fun. People don't really talk about this as some sort of masterpiece, but rather just a piece of corny fun with big effects and patriotic moments. But I believe that there are some things in this movie that definitely deserve to be appreciated. Don't get me wrong, this movie isn't Citizen Kane or anything, but I do think there are some things in this movie that are legitimately brilliant. So today, I'm going to look at both the good and the bad parts of this movie and try to figure out why it is as popular as it is. So, let's take a look at Independence Day. Let's first talk about the story, which follows an ensemble cast of characters in the days from July 2nd to July 4th, as aliens arrive on Earth, and make it pretty clear that they definitely do not come in peace, as they destroy many major cities around the world and kill millions of people. As the movie progresses, our heroes eventually devise a plan to unite the human race and fight back against the invaders. The first third of this movie is amazing. We see the huge spaceship come close to Earth, and for a while, we don't even know what it looks like. We just know it's big. And we see other smaller ships detach from the larger ship and position themselves over major cities around the world, with the center over each city's most famous landmarks like the Empire State Building, the US Bank Tower, and the White House. The effects are phenomenal and are incredible, conveying just how large these spaceships really are. You feel like you're there with the characters, standing both in awe and fear, looking up at this enormous thing hovering just above you. The film is also great at building up the aliens' attack, with the characters discovering the literal countdown to the chaos we're about to see.
It's like in chess. First, you strategically position your pieces, then when the timing's right, you strike. See? They're positioning themselves all over the world, using this one signal to synchronize their efforts. In approximately 6 hours, the signal's going to disappear and the countdown's going to be over. And then what? Checkmate.
And now we get to probably the most famous scene in the movie, where the aliens fire their destructive lasers at the major cities. We see the destruction unfold in Los Angeles, New York, and Washington, D.C. The result is incredible, showing huge citywide destruction in buildings, cars, and people being completely obliterated. But, sadly, after the build-up and payoff to the aliens' arrival and attack, the movie sadly slows down a little bit. Occasionally something interesting does happen, like the humans' counterattack against the aliens, which, let's just say, doesn't go very well. And the scene where the characters go to Area 51 and discover the spaceship and alien bodies kept there. But mostly it's just time spent with characters that aren't very interesting and more or less fall into stereotypes. Thankfully, the film picks up a bit in the third act, with the humans coming up with a plan to fight back against the aliens and save the world. Which of course leads to the president's speech.
And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
This speech is both so awesome and so corny at the same time. His words are both incredibly powerful and incredibly silly. And by God, I love every single word of it. After that, a very entertaining climax ensues in which a huge aerial battle takes place above Area 51 between the humans and the aliens. That is a ton of fun to watch. While this is going on, Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum's characters sneak aboard the alien mothership we saw in the opening and plant a computer virus that disables the aliens' defensive shields. Okay, I admit, that makes no sense, but I don't care as we see Randy Quaid's character fly his jet fighter into one of the alien destroyer ships and save everyone at Area 51. Meanwhile, Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum manage to launch a nuclear warhead within the mothership and narrowly escape just before the mothership blows up and make it back to Earth. After that, the other spaceships are destroyed and the world is saved. So that was Independence Day. And I personally think it is awesome. Yes, the characters are kind of stereotypical. Yes, it doesn't always make sense. Yes, it sometimes can get a little too corny for its own good. And for a movie about global unity against an alien invasion, we sure do see a lot of the American side, don't we? But it also has incredible effects, good suspense, and very entertaining action scenes, and overall a good sense of fun. If you're looking for a movie that makes a lot of sense and has very interesting characters, you're probably going to be disappointed. But if you're looking for a fun alien invasion movie with big explosions and fun action, I say grab some popcorn and have a good time. My name is Riley, and I'll see you next time. Now let's see all those buildings blow up again.